procedures and meeting those requirements. But SOPs are not just about following rules. They're about capturing and preserving the best practices of an organization. Over time, employees develop efficient and effective ways of doing things. SOPs provide a mechanism for documenting these best practices and making them available to everyone. In conclusion, standard operating procedures are more than just a set of instructions. They are a vital tool for ensuring quality, efficiency, safety, and consistency. They are the foundation of a well-organized and successful organization. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. Welcome to this video on cleaning validation. If you're involved in pharmaceutical manufacturing, or if you're curious about how medicines are made safely, you're in the right place. Cleaning validation is a critical process that ensures the safety and efficacy of every drug we produce. In this video, we'll break down what it is and why it's so important. Simply put, cleaning validation is the documented process of proving that a cleaning procedure effectively removes residues from manufacturing equipment. These residues might include active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs, from the previous product, cleaning agents, microorganisms, and other contaminants. The goal is to prevent cross-contamination, which can have serious consequences for patients. Cleaning validation is essential for several reasons. Patient safety. Even trace amounts of a previous product can cause allergic reactions or other adverse effects in patients. Product quality. Residues can affect the stability and efficacy of the next product. Regulatory compliance. Health authorities like the FDA and EMA mandate cleaning validation as part of good manufacturing practices, or GMP. The cleaning validation process involves several key steps. Developing a cleaning procedure. This outlines the specific steps, cleaning agents, and equipment used. Establishing acceptance criteria. These are the maximum allowable limits for residues. Sampling. This involves taking samples from equipment surfaces to measure residue levels. Common methods include swabbing and rinsing. Testing. Samples are analyzed using validated analytical methods. Documentation. All aspects of the validation process are meticulously documented. Several factors must be considered during cleaning validation. Worst-case scenarios. Validation should focus on the most difficult to clean areas and the most potent or least soluble products. Cleaning agents. The choice of cleaning agent is critical. It must be effective, safe, and compatible with the equipment. Equipment design. Equipment should be designed to facilitate easy cleaning. Analytical methods. The methods used to detect residues must be sensitive, specific, and validated. Cleaning validation is a global requirement. Regulatory bodies like the FDA in the United States, the EMA in Europe, and others provide guidelines and regulations that pharmaceutical manufacturers must follow. These guidelines emphasize a risk-based approach and the importance of sound science. The field of cleaning validation is constantly evolving. New technologies, such as improved analytical methods and automated cleaning systems, are improving the efficiency and effectiveness of the process. The focus is also shifting towards a more holistic, life cycle approach. Cleaning validation is a cornerstone of pharmaceutical manufacturing. It's a complex process, but it's essential for protecting patient safety, ensuring product quality, and maintaining regulatory compliance. Hopefully, this video has given you a good introduction to the topic. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the world of pharmaceuticals. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. In the fast-paced world of pharmaceuticals, precision is paramount. But what happens when things don't go exactly as planned? That's where deviation management comes in. A deviation, in simple terms, is any departure from approved procedures or specifications. It's crucial to have robust systems in place to handle these situations and maintain product quality and patient safety. Join us as we explore the essential aspects of deviation management in the pharmaceutical industry. So, what exactly is a deviation? In the pharmaceutical world, it's any unplanned or unintended departure from established standards, procedures, or specifications. This could range from minor hiccups, like a slight temperature fluctuation in a storage room, to major incidents, such as a mix-up of raw materials. Examples include equipment malfunctions, human errors, process failures, or even unexpected environmental conditions. No matter the scale, every deviation needs to be documented, investigated, and addressed. Effective deviation management is not just a regulatory requirement. It's a fundamental pillar of quality assurance. It directly impacts product quality, patient safety, and a company's reputation. By thoroughly investigating deviations, manufacturers can identify root causes, prevent recurrence, and ensure that every product that reaches the market meets the highest standards. Failing to address deviations can lead to serious consequences, including product recalls, regulatory action, and most importantly, harm to patients. The deviation management process typically involves several key steps. First is detection, identifying that a deviation has occurred. Then comes documentation, recording all the details of the event. A thorough investigation follows to understand what happened and why. Root cause analysis is crucial to pinpoint the underlying reasons. An impact assessment determines the potential effect on product quality. Corrective and preventive actions, or CAPA, are implemented to address the deviation and prevent it from happening again. Finally, closure of the deviation, with all steps completed and approved. Deviations are often categorized based on their severity. A minor deviation might have a negligible impact on product quality. A major deviation could potentially affect the product, but not to a critical level. A critical deviation, however, poses a significant risk to product quality and patient safety. Proper categorization is essential for prioritizing investigations and implementing appropriate corrective actions. A critical step in the investigation process is root cause analysis. Tools like the 5 whys or fishbone diagrams help to dig deep and identify the fundamental reasons behind the deviation. Was it a problem with equipment, materials, personnel, or procedures? Identifying the true root cause rather than just treating the symptoms is essential for effective prevention. Regulatory bodies like the FDA and EMA have strict expectations for deviation management. They require pharmaceutical companies to have robust systems for documenting, investigating, and resolving deviations. Compliance with these regulations is not optional. It's essential for maintaining market access and ensuring patient safety. A strong deviation management system demonstrates a company's commitment to quality and compliance. In conclusion, deviation management is a cornerstone of pharmaceutical quality. By understanding what deviations are, why they matter, and how to manage them effectively, pharmaceutical companies can safeguard product quality, protect patients, and maintain regulatory compliance. It's a continuous process of learning, improvement, and a commitment to excellence. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. In the complex landscape of healthcare and pharmaceuticals, where innovation meets rigorous oversight, regulatory affairs stands as a crucial bridge. It's the discipline that ensures new medical products, drugs, devices, biologics, navigate the intricate maze of government regulations, ultimately reaching patients safely and effectively. Regulatory affairs professionals are the navigators, interpreters, and strategists, guiding companies through the ever-evolving regulatory landscape. Imagine a new life-saving drug. Before it can reach patients, it must undergo a series of stringent evaluations, from preclinical studies to clinical trials, demonstrating its safety and efficacy. Regulatory affairs professionals are the architects of this process, ensuring that every step complies with the requirements of regulatory agencies like the FDA in the United States, the EMA in Europe, and numerous others worldwide. Their work begins long before a product reaches the market. They are involved in the early stages of research and development, providing strategic guidance on regulatory pathways and requirements. They help design clinical trials, ensuring that they meet the necessary standards for data collection and analysis. They compile and submit comprehensive regulatory dossiers, which are essentially the product's story, detailing its development, safety, and efficacy. But regulatory affairs is more than just paperwork. It's about understanding the nuances of regulatory requirements, interpreting complex guidelines, and anticipating potential challenges. It's about building relationships with regulatory agencies, communicating effectively, and advocating for the company's products. They are the essential link between the company and the regulators. One of the key responsibilities of regulatory affairs is ensuring compliance. They monitor regulatory changes, update internal procedures, and conduct audits to ensure that the company's operations meet the latest standards. This proactive approach helps to prevent regulatory setbacks and ensures that products remain compliant throughout their life cycle. The scope of regulatory affairs extends beyond product approval. They are also involved in post-market surveillance, monitoring the safety and efficacy of products after they have been released to the market. They handle adverse event reporting, product recalls, and other post-market activities, ensuring that patient safety remains paramount. The field of regulatory affairs is constantly evolving, driven by advancements in science and technology, as well as changes in regulatory policies. Professionals in this field must stay abreast of the latest developments, continuously learning and adapting to new challenges. This requires a deep understanding of scientific principles, regulatory guidelines, and industry best practices. In essence, regulatory affairs is the guardian of patient safety and product quality. They play a pivotal role in ensuring that innovative medical products reach patients in a timely and compliant manner. Their work is essential for fostering innovation, protecting public health, and maintaining the integrity of the healthcare industry. Without their expertise and dedication, the journey from lab to patient would be fraught with uncertainty and risk. They are the unsung heroes of the pharmaceutical and medical device industries, working diligently behind the scenes to ensure that life-saving therapies reach those who need them most. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. Welcome to this introduction on leachables and extractables. In the pharmaceutical and medical device industries, product safety and efficacy are paramount. A critical yet often complex aspect of ensuring this safety involves understanding the potential interactions between a product and its packaging or delivery system. This is where the concepts of extractables and leachables come into play. So what exactly are extractables and leachables? Extractables are compounds that can be forced to migrate from a material under exaggerated conditions, such as extreme solvents, temperatures, or durations. Think of an extractables study as a worst-case scenario experiment. For example, if we were testing a plastic IV bag, we might use a strong solvent like methanol or heat it to 70 degrees Celsius for 24 hours to see what could come out of the plastic. Common extractables include plasticizers like DEHP from PVC, antioxidants such as BHT from polypropylene, or even residual monomers like vinyl chloride from PVC production. Leachables, on the other hand, are compounds that actually migrate from a material into a drug product or medical device under normal conditions of use or storage. These are the compounds the patient is potentially exposed to. For instance, if that same IV bag is filled with a saline solution and stored at room temperature for its shelf life, any substances that migrate into the saline are considered leachables. These could be the same compounds identified in the extractable study, but at lower levels or degradation products formed over time. Another example is a leachable from a rubber stopper in a vial, such as a sulfur-containing compound, migrating into a liquid drug. Extractables are compounds that can be forced to migrate from a material under exaggerated conditions, such as extreme solvents, temperatures, or durations. Think of an extractable study as a worst-case scenario experiment. For example, if we were testing a plastic IV bag, we might use a strong solvent like methanol or heat it to 70 degrees Celsius for 24 hours to see what could come out of the plastic. Common extractables include plasticizers like DEHP from PVC, antioxidants such as BHT from polypropylene, or even residual monomers like vinyl chloride from PVC production. The presence of leachables can have significant consequences. Toxicity. Leachables may be toxic and pose a direct risk to patient safety. For example, some plasticizers have been shown to have endocrine-disrupting effects, and certain heavy metals can cause organ damage. Product quality. They can interact with the drug or device, compromising its stability, efficacy, or purity. For instance, a leachable could cause a protein drug to aggregate, reducing its effectiveness, or it could react with an active pharmaceutical ingredient, API, leading to the formation of an impurity. Regulatory compliance. Regulatory agencies like the FDA and EMA mandate rigorous testing and control of leachables to ensure product safety. They set limits on the amount of certain leachables that are allowed in a drug product or medical device, and manufacturers must demonstrate that their products meet these requirements. In the pharmaceutical industry, ensuring the safety, efficacy, and quality of drugs is paramount. Inspections, both internal and external, play a vital role in achieving this. At its core, inspection management is the systematic process of planning, conducting, reporting, and following up on inspections. These inspections can range from routine self-audits to rigorous evaluations by regulatory bodies like the FDA. Why is effective inspection management so crucial? Firstly, it ensures compliance with good manufacturing practices, or GMP. GMP regulations set the standards for the quality of pharmaceutical products, and non-compliance can lead to serious consequences, including product recalls and legal action. Secondly, robust inspection management safeguards patient safety. By identifying and addressing potential quality issues, companies can prevent defective or unsafe drugs from reaching the market. Thirdly, efficient inspection management streamlines operations. Well-organized inspections minimize disruptions to manufacturing processes and allow companies to quickly address any deficiencies. There are several key components to successful inspection management. The process begins with meticulous planning, including defining the scope of the inspection, preparing checklists, and assembling a qualified inspection team. During the inspection, it's essential to follow established procedures, document findings accurately, and maintain open communication with the facility being inspected. Once the inspection is complete, a comprehensive report must be generated, outlining any observations or deviations from GMP. This report serves as the basis for corrective and preventive actions, or CAPAs. CAPA implementation is a critical step in the inspection management process. It involves developing and executing plans to address the root causes of any identified issues and prevent their recurrence. In conclusion, effective inspection management is not just about passing audits. It's about fostering a culture of quality and continuous improvement. By prioritizing thorough planning, execution, and follow-up, pharmaceutical companies can ensure the safety, efficacy, and quality of their products, ultimately protecting patients and upholding public trust. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. Let's start with the basics. A GMP, or Good Manufacturing Practice audit, is a systematic inspection of a manufacturing facility to ensure that products are consistently produced and controlled according to quality standards. These audits can be conducted by regulatory bodies, like the FDA, or by customers, or even internally. There are several types of GMP audits. Internal audits. These are self-inspections conducted by your own company to identify areas for improvement. External audits. These are conducted by third parties, such as customers or certification bodies. Regulatory audits. These are conducted by government agencies like the FDA to ensure compliance with regulations. So, how do you survive an audit? The key is preparation. Here are some crucial steps. Know the regulations. A thorough understanding of the applicable GMP regulations is essential. This includes staying up to date on any changes or updates. Document, document, document. GMP is all about documentation. Ensure that all your procedures, processes, and records are accurate, complete, and readily accessible. This includes standard operating procedures, SOPs, batch records, training records, calibration and maintenance records, deviation reports. Maintain a clean and organized facility. A clean and organized facility is a visual indicator of GMP compliance. Implement a robust cleaning and sanitation program and ensure that all equipment is properly maintained. Train your personnel. Your employees are your first line of defense during an audit. Ensure they are well trained on GMP principles, your company's procedures, and how to interact with auditors. Have a mock audit. Conduct a mock audit to identify potential weaknesses in your system and give your team practice in responding to audit questions. Be prepared for questions. Anticipate the types of questions an auditor might ask and prepare clear and concise answers. Honesty and transparency. Always be honest and transparent with the auditor. If there is a problem, acknowledge it and explain how you are addressing it. Corrective and preventive action, CAPA. Have a robust CAPA system in place to address any audit findings. This demonstrates your commitment to continuous improvement. Remember, a GMP audit is not about catching you doing something wrong. It's about ensuring the quality and safety of products. By being well prepared, you can demonstrate your company's commitment to GMP and ensure a successful outcome. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. In any regulated laboratory, the reliability of your analytical instruments is paramount. That's where qualification comes in. Today, we're diving into the essential process of qualifying your high-performance liquid chromatography, or HPLC, system. HPLC is a cornerstone technique in pharmaceutical analysis, chemical research, and many other fields. It precisely separates compounds in a liquid mixture. But how do you know your HPLC is working correctly? That's where qualification ensures your instrument consistently delivers accurate and dependable results. Why is qualification so crucial? Data integrity. It confirms the accuracy and reliability of your data, which is critical for decision-making, regulatory compliance, and scientific validity. Regulatory compliance. In industries like pharmaceuticals, regulatory bodies like the FDA mandate instrument qualification. Reproducibility. Qualification ensures your HPLC produces consistent results over time and across different operators. Troubleshooting. It establishes a baseline for performance, making it easier to identify and resolve problems. The qualification process is broken down into 4 key stages. 1. Design qualification, DQ. This confirms that the HPLC system you select meets your specific requirements and intended use. It's like checking if you bought the right tool for the job. 2. Installation qualification, IQ. This verifies that the HPLC system is installed correctly according to the manufacturer's specifications. This includes proper connections, environmental conditions, and software installation. 3. Operational qualification, OQ. This demonstrates that the HPLC system performs as expected within its operating range. You'll test key parameters like pump flow rate, detector accuracy, and temperature control. 4. Performance qualification, PQ. This confirms that the entire system, including the instrument, software, and your specific analytical method, consistently produces reliable results for your particular application. Let's look at each stage in more detail. Design qualification. Before purchasing an HPLC, define your needs. What types of samples will you analyze? What separation performance do you require? Does the instrument meet relevant regulatory standards? DQ is usually performed by the user, sometimes in collaboration with the vendor. Installation qualification. When the HPLC arrives, follow the manufacturer's instructions meticulously. Document everything: serial numbers, installation dates, and any environmental conditions. Verify that all components are correctly installed and that the system is ready for operation. Operational qualification. OQ is where you put the HPLC through its paces. You'll use calibrated standards and test procedures to verify performance. Examples include pump flow rate. Is it delivering the mobile phase at the set rate? Detector accuracy. Is it accurately measuring the concentration of your compounds? Injection precision. Is the injector delivering the same volume each time? Column oven temperature. Is the temperature stable and accurate? Performance qualification. PQ is application specific. You'll use your actual samples and analytical method to demonstrate that the HPLC system consistently produces reliable results in your lab environment. This often involves analyzing known standards and assessing factors like accuracy, precision, and repeatability. Key considerations for successful HPLC qualification. Documentation. Meticulous record keeping is essential. Document every step of the process, including protocols, results, and any deviations. Calibration. Ensure all reference standards and any measuring devices used in the qualification process are properly calibrated. Training. Personnel performing qualification must be adequately trained and qualified. Maintenance. Regular maintenance and preventive maintenance are critical for keeping the HPLC system in a qualified state. Change control. Any changes to the system, software, or analytical method must be assessed for their potential impact on the qualified state. Qualification isn't a one-time event. Over time, instrument performance can drift. Requalification or periodic checks are necessary to maintain confidence in your results. The frequency depends on factors like instrument usage, the criticality of the application, and regulatory requirements. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. In today's interconnected world, a company's success is deeply intertwined with the reliability and quality of its suppliers. That's why supplier qualification is so critical. It's the process of evaluating and approving potential suppliers to ensure they meet your organization's specific requirements and standards. But why is it so important? Mitigating risks. Supplier qualification helps minimize potential disruptions to your supply chain, such as delays, quality issues, or even ethical concerns. Ensuring quality. It guarantees that the goods or services you receive meet your quality standards, which directly impacts your own products and reputation. Cost efficiency. A reliable supplier can help you avoid costly problems down the line, such as product recalls, rework, or customer dissatisfaction. Regulatory compliance. In many industries like pharmaceuticals and food, supplier qualification is a regulatory requirement. Building strong relationships. The qualification process can foster open communication and build stronger, more collaborative relationships with your suppliers. The supplier qualification process typically involves several key steps. Supplier identification. The first step is to identify potential suppliers who can meet your needs. This might involve market research, referrals, or industry databases. Initial screening. This involves a preliminary assessment of potential suppliers based on factors like their experience, financial stability, certifications, and overall reputation. Questionnaire or self-assessment. Suppliers are often asked to complete a detailed questionnaire or self-assessment form. This document covers various aspects of their business, including their quality management system, production capabilities, and adherence to ethical and environmental standards. On-site audit. For critical suppliers, an on-site audit may be necessary. This allows you to directly assess their facilities, processes, and quality control measures. Sample evaluation. Requesting and evaluating samples of the goods or services is crucial to ensure they meet your quality specifications. Contract negotiation. Once a supplier is qualified, you'll negotiate a contract that outlines the terms and conditions of your agreement, including quality requirements, delivery schedules, and pricing. Ongoing monitoring. Supplier qualification isn't a one-time event. It's essential to continuously monitor supplier performance and periodically re-evaluate their qualifications. Key factors to consider during supplier qualification include quality management system. Does the supplier have a robust quality management system in place, such as ISO 9001 certification? Production capacity and capabilities. Can the supplier meet your volume requirements and production timelines? Financial stability. Is the supplier financially stable and able to meet your needs in the long term? Technical expertise. Does the supplier have the technical expertise and resources to provide the goods or services you require? Regulatory compliance. Does the supplier comply with all relevant regulations and industry standards? Ethical and environmental standards. Does the supplier adhere to ethical business practices and environmental regulations? Communication and responsiveness. Is the supplier responsive, communicative, and easy to work with? By implementing a rigorous supplier qualification process, companies can build a reliable supply chain, minimize risks, ensure quality, and foster strong long-term partnerships with their suppliers. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest GMP insights and guidance? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join the GMP Guide community. Are you involved in the manufacture of sterile medicinal products? Then you need to know about EU GMP Annex 1. This critical document provides comprehensive guidelines for ensuring the sterility of your products, protecting patients from harmful contamination. In simple terms, Annex 1 sets out how to minimize the risks associated with sterile product manufacturing. We're talking about 3 main types of contamination, and Annex 1 provides detailed guidance on how to prevent each. Microbiological contamination. This refers to contamination by bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms. Annex 1 emphasizes the importance of cleanroom design, personnel hygiene, and sterilization processes to control this risk. For example, it specifies requirements for air filtration, HEPA filters, room classification, grade A, B, C, D, and the validation of sterilization cycles. Particulate contamination. This involves the presence of unwanted particles in the final product, such as dust, fibers, and other debris. Annex 1 addresses this by requiring the use of appropriate clothing, controlled environments, and online particle monitoring systems. Pyrogen contamination. Pyrogens are fever-inducing substances, often derived from microorganisms. Annex 1 highlights the need for water quality control, WFI, water for injection, depyrogenation processes, like dry heat sterilization,